We back. That was weird. No more watching videos in the middle of a stream, basically. Na 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 na. All right, we back. Yeah, no more watching videos in the middle of a stream. Can't do that again. That lagged me out. Or at least we can't watch videos in the middle of a stream while I'm dual streaming. We can't do that. So that'll have to wait next time, I guess. But I'm gonna finish like maybe a couple more chapters. Then call my girlfriend. Alright. So he says, not Siri says, you stupid thing. Yeah, Mugetsu. We'll have to check those type of things out when I'm only doing the stream from YouTube. Um, it doesn't look like Restream can handle OBS Restream as well as YouTube videos playing, which is good though. I'm glad I found it out now instead of another time, so that's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna just finish maybe like a couple more chapters, then we can head out. In fact, though, I'm not sure if I should. Oh no, it's fine because someone can just watch this for short. All right, so he had created several cyborgs stronger than Jigen, so he says. He says he built them to keep them down. Then he came up with Kashin Koji. Code is an exception. Who did? Right. Okay. Yeah. He's gonna be seeking retribution, etc., etc. Then it'll be a target for sure. Worst case, Boruto 2. I've been marked since I portrayed Kata, Kawaki as well. What about these limiters you installed on Code? He can't just turn them off with the thought, can he? No worries there. I'm the only one who can rescind them. Although, if he were to kidnap me and torture me, you're in trouble. I'm not a pro like the two of you. I know I'll break pretty easily. Gotta love Vomito. Oh wait, why did I do that? Okay. Alright. We'll keep a close eye on you. Alright, for now, dealing with Code will be priority number one. I want to share our chronology and intel with the other villages. Shikamaru, make the arrangements. It's Gokage Summit time. Cool, cool. Yeah, guys, if you're joining, I'm just going to do a few more chapters tonight, then probably end it, but you can definitely stick around. But yeah, basically in her alt in that game version, overseen by Kubo, she's running around in her Bankai, ice skating around, sliding real fast. Kubo's version of her true potential. Yeah, nah, it was fire. I liked everything I saw. It was dope. That was actually really, really cool. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Rukia from the 10-year time skip would be able to do just that. Hey, it was good, Karibo. Yeah, that was cool. But I feel like it's possible. If we're supposed to become Otsutsuki, it would stand to reason that we could use their special moves in jutsu, like space time ninjutsu. But this guy Code, he already has karma, right? Is it even possible to give him a different karma? I have no idea, but at the very least, he survived being given karma. That's what's key. If it were so easy for karma to stick, Jigen wouldn't have had so much trouble. So it makes sense to try someone who's already survived it once. Plus, he isn't anyone's vessel. For sure. But I'm feeling really reluctant about forcing this thing upon somebody. You're kidding, right? You've got no choice unless you want to die. All right, Moo. That's where you gotta chill, my guy. All right, Rukia ain't beating no damn Toshiro, not yet. Her ice is cool. She fire. I love her to death. She ain't at that level though. She cool. She nice. She ain't on Toshiro's level. Not yet. She close. Not really, but she getting there. She getting there. She getting there. All right, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Code is strong, stronger than Delta and Boro. So far as I know, he's not the type of enemy you'd normally want to go up against. See, he said he's stronger than Delta and Boro, but you guys remember what he said about Boro? He said Boro in some ways is worse than Jigen. Like what? See, but this is also what it means to be in Naruto. Because Boro has a very good chance of taking down Code, and it has nothing to do with how well he fights. It's literally all about how he uses his virus attacks. Toshiro will find a way to lose is crazy, Karibo. You know the man. Toshiro doesn't lose a lot of fights. Like, he's only lost to Aizen, bro. Code is the biggest fraud in history, bro. Never got a double. That's crazy. Does he not get a single win, even in Two Blue Vortex? That's ridiculous if he doesn't. Dad no longer has Kurama's power, so he won't be as strong as he used to be. Besides, we can't just keep depending on him forever. We gotta step up. Also, what's good, Espada? Huh? What are you talking about? We trained. Duh. Come on, let's go. Oh, shit, man. Hey, Bug. My word, if it isn't Code, what are you doing here? On an errand for Jigen? Jigen's dead. Likely Boro, too. Yeah, what's good, y'all? We back. Mugetsu tried to make this stream fail, but he failed. Let me stop. Alright. Hey now, trouble's afoot. I see. What's happening? A lot. Things have gotten busy real sudden. By the way. Oh, by the way, how's Ada? What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure Burrow secretly stored several cyborgs here. They keep using the word several instead of a couple. Now, several means 3 or more. So I'm not sure why they keep saying several, unless there's one more cyborg we don't know about that Amado has. I'm pretty sure Boro secretly stored several cyborgs here that Jigen had ordered to be scrapped. Though I don't know his motive, maybe some ace up his sleeve. Anyway, take me to them. I have absolutely no intent to defy you, truly, but are you certain that Boro is dead? If you're lying, I'll... Code gives him the death stare. Alright. But in exchange, you'll pay me, right? Here you go. What in the world? Are you stirring up Code? Got these niggas in pods. This is so similar to the Android saga. Hello, Ada. You who knows everything in this world. That's cap, but okay. Toshiro Dusty Baller, he gonna fumble the layup. That's so crazy. The Toshiro disrespect is ridiculous. Bro only lost to Aizen and kind of Gin, if you want to say that. Toshiro would have lost the Gin if Bro didn't walk away. I mean, hey, Gin got injured during that fight. So yeah. Good. However, I met a new type of Naruto stance today. Some dude actually called One Piece mid. Like, not memeing, but he truly believes One Piece writing is made and carried by nostalgia, lol. One Piece writing mid. That's new. Haven't heard that one before. Like if One Piece writing is mid, what aspects of the Naruto writing to him is peak? That's what I would need to hear. Like that don't even make sense. Or the writers just don't know what several means. That's also a possibility. Didn't you say the thing link? The thing? Didn't you say the same thing? I guess so, Red. Are you talking about when I said several? Because I have mentioned that twice, but it's only because they said several like twice. And yes, if the writers don't know what several means, that could also be the issue that I'm having too. Because what they mean is a couple, probably. He stored a couple androids, or he stored a couple cyborgs here, not several. Unless there's an android we don't know about. Oh, didn't you say the same thing? Yeah, I see what you're talking about. You're talking about a Espada. Yeah, you okay, dude? Hello. Dragon Ball and the Big Three are peak manga. I agree. He needed his full power Bankai to kill fodder. Alright. So, Toshiro versus Xiao Long. That can be easily explained by stating that the difference between him going full power versus him being at 20% power is just that vast. His full power allows him to fight with / on par with other captains, but 20% of that power has him weak enough to be hurt / injured / nearly killed by a Fracciones. Sad but true. When he goes Bankai, his full power is at a higher maximum. I'm sorry, when he goes Bankai, yeah, his full power is at a higher maximum than him just having less of his power. Like, for example, if it's Byakuya in that situation, Byakuya's full power isn't so far ahead of his base that same thing would happen. So that's how you would explain that, honestly. My only issue is Naruto after Pain Arc in this burrito. He got all you niggas calling it burrito. That's hilarious. That's not new at all. Y'all are new people. Always said One Piece was trash or mid. Hey, Trip, you gotta stop including me and the Bleach guys in this One Piece slander campaign. There is no y'all. You gotta say they said One Piece was trash or mid. I've never once said One Piece was trash or mid. I have referred to it as mid piece just because it's funny to call it that, but I've never said it seriously now. You know. Also, he only lost to Aizen and Gin. Bazby clowned him. Bazby clowned him without his Bankai. And then he no-diff Songdu while he was dying. And then he clearly beat Tyr Hollybell. He clearly beat Loopy. He clearly beat Yukio in his own dimension. They said, dude, if I ever use that, I'm surely talking about a state and power scaling say Naruto carries a trash durability. Naruto Shippuden chapter 644 is what I'm talking about. Naruto being alluded to having flying Raijin by Kiba, but I think I was wrong though. Yeah, you might be, Mobley. I've never heard Naruto having flying Raijin. That's very new to me. Oh, my fault, Red. You said you new niggas. Let me see that. That's not new at all. Y'all are new people. All right. So, Red, when you said, all right, yeah, see, I get what you're saying now, but saying y'all are new people or y'all new people, you understand how we could / I could take it a certain way. But I got you. You're not talking about me and them and stuff. Niggas do not know the history, and people, including Bleach fandom, calls One Piece trash then and now. Okay, I got you. He didn't know Diff Songdu though. He had Kisuke's perks. That's not a Toshiro when he had performance enhancers. That's crazy. That's crazy. Ugh. The reason I'm calling it a no diff is because Toshiro, although holified, was part dead. He was part dead, like on death's door, so to speak. And Sangdu was pretty fresh, aside from him having like the being stunned slash, injured from the poison of the Bankai. But that didn't really do anything to him. He still attacked him right after and proceeded to get one shot by Bankai Toshiro. Red, most Bleach fans are One Piece fans, buddy. I simply like Bleach more because it resonated with me more. That's an absolute fact. The majority of Bleach fans I'm finding more lean towards the anime like One Piece. And I want to say anime that kind of go outside the box or the realm of other things. Animes that don't have as much topical tropes and stuff like that. That's just my opinion, though. If I had to, and I think I saw a post something like this too. If I had to, not grade it, but categorize it, and this is no disrespect to anybody, I would have Naruto for people ages 12 to maybe 16 to 17. That'd be the primary age group for people in Naruto. And then they would take it into their adult lives up until 23, something like that. People who are really vested and interested in Bleach, that age group, now mind you, this isn't saying that you can't watch Bleach as a teenager or a younger person, right? But the people who have a primary vested interest in Bleach are older. We're talking about like my demographic of people that listen to me, watch my videos, is 25 to 34. All I talk about is Bleach, for the most part. I'm reading Boruto, yes, but this is a Bleach channel, right? That's my whole demographic, 25 up, 25 and up. This isn't to say, again, that kids can't like Bleach or kids aren't into Bleach, but it's more so for an older demographic because there's a lot of nuances in Bleach that you're just not going to understand or maybe catch if you're younger. I'm not going to lie to you. This is really making me want to do my Mayuri video too, talking about this shit. Because Kubo's deep. Kubo is very deep, right? And even when you look at the writing styles and how the shows were marketed, Naruto Soul, believe it. Believe it. That whole fucking bullshit catchphrase, which I always hated growing up, that's for marketing for kids. Ichigo never had anything like that because it would have took away from his character. It would have took away from who he is as a person. Why would you give him some cheap gimmick like that? We're not doing that. When it comes to One Piece is actually the happy medium because One Piece is relatable. It's fun, it's adventurous, it's fighting, but there's also a lot of darker sides to One Piece. So One Piece is that happy medium of, okay, cool, I can get the old crowd and the new crowd and everything in between. And that's where most of the Bleach fans find the joy in One Piece. Either the lore, the darker elements, the surprises, the twists, the turns, and stuff like that. That's what we find solace in One Piece for, those type of things. All right. Dusty Baller needed perks to beat Timu Kevin from bedtime. Hey yo, Song do look like Kevin. I'd give Zoro a pass. My take is Naruto for kids, Bleach for adults, One Piece for everyone. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, Naruto for kids, Bleach for adults, One Piece. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's kind of how I just summed it up too. Bleach has so much nuance during its time that people hated it, but came around to understanding it later in their build. Exactly. In Mobley, bro. And here's the thing, right? When I first watched Bleach, mind you, when I was watching Naruto, it's all I ever talked about. It's all I ever liked. It's all I ever watched. Aside from Dragon Ball Z, right? I wasn't even watching One Piece at this time. When I first started watching Naruto, I thought it was the fucking cream of the crop. I thought it was the next best fucking thing. Couldn't get my hands off it. Then one summer, one of my cousins came over. He's like, "Hey yo, y'all gotta watch Bleach, man." And me and my twin brother were like, "Man, Bleach? Who the hell watches Bleach? Why is it called Bleach? That's stupid. That's a dumb name. Why do I want to watch Bleach? Why does he have orange hair? Like, what the fuck is that? I'm not watching Bleach." But sure enough, that summer I was pretty bored. Had already watched Naruto. Had already watched Code Geass. Had already watched, not Death Note at that point. But I'd already watched a lot of anime. I was like, all right. And I think I'm around like 14 at this time. Or something like that. I'm like, all right, let's watch Bleach. And my rule back then was you give an anime a solid 10 episodes. If it's not good in 10 episodes, we on to the next one because we don't have time. Bleach started off slow. But I saw where things were going. I saw the potential. And I liked the character. What really made me stay for Bleach was how Ichigo was presented to us. It was how Ichigo was presented to us, and Ichigo and Rukia's dynamic. Their dynamic was really good to me. She's a Soul Reaper, came to his place, his family gets attacked, she gives him his powers, he protects her and the family. She now doesn't have her powers, so he has to take on the role of a Soul Reaper. In taking on the role of a Soul Reaper, one thing I loved about Ichigo is he said, yo, I'm not here to save everybody. I don't care about these random people. I want to save... I only saved my family because I had to. I saved my family because I was there. Right? Rukia takes Ichigo to a park where she knows a hollow is going to appear. And she says, guess what? No. Everything you just said, cap. Right? This is a job. And you're going to take it seriously. So you don't get to just save people when you want to. You don't just get to pick and choose when someone gets rescued. If you're going to save one spirit or soul, you're going to have to save them all. And before Ichigo was even allowed to save the one child she took him there for, she said, you don't move until you make that decision to save all spirits. That's when I knew. I was like, okay, shit. That's kind of deep. That's fire too. And it's cold at the same time. And that's kind of when that's basically when I was like, yeah, this is definitely worth investing time into. And then we get to the Soul Society arc. We get to these people. Well, no. First we get to Renji and Byakuya coming. Damn, I'm about to go off on this shit. First we get to Renji and Byakuya coming. I'm like, all right, who the fuck are these niggas? Right? I'm skipping a little bit, right? Ichigo and Uryu. I'm skipping a little bit, but I'm like, all right, who the fuck are these niggas, right? So Renji fights first. And I'm not going to lie. It was something about a sword release that really, really, really intrigued me. And Renji's voice actor at the time was really good. Like, if you listen to the English dub, when he has Ichigo on the ropes, he's like, you've lost to Renji Abate, Iron will die where you stand. It was some cold shit like that, man. It was some cold shit. I was like, ooh, hold up, man. You got Renji doing the ding, and then Zabimaru turns into like a fucking sword with teeth on it. It was badass. And then through the fight, Ichigo raises his spirit energy because he's close to death. He can't move because he just got injured really badly. But he's feeling the pressure. And then to play on that, Renji starts physically feeling the pressure, Ichigo's spiritual pressure. He starts feeling it. He's like, Ichigo's like, yo, you got slower. Renji's like, nah, idiot. Actually, you got faster. And it's just a whole dope thing between that whole thing. So he ends up beating Renji or getting close to beat Renji, right? He clearly outclasses him right now. Because Renji, we all know Renji's in Gente Kaijo. But Ichigo clearly outclasses him now. And then Byakuya just chilling, sitting on the sidelines. Comes with a better speed blitz than I've seen in Naruto. Mind you, Naruto wasn't finished at this time, right? So when Byakuya did what he did, that was one of my first impressions of what a speed blitz was. When he did that Senkei, not Senkei, what's it called? What's his 360 flash step called? God damn, I'm missing it, bro. I don't know why I can't remember this. His 360 flash step. Oh my god, this is embarrassing because I usually know this shit off the top of my head. Senka. No, Senkei. Senbom's like, no. Alright, y'all get what I'm talking about, though. In the anime, they had him just walk by Ichigo as if time was frozen, as if time was still. And his sword was over there. Ichigo was cut. He cut him 2 times, apparently, or 1 hole through both. I was like, oh yeah, no, this is hard. I gotta see what happens next. I have to. And then we get into the deeper aspects of Bleach, and we start finding out who these characters are and what they're fighting for, what they represent, what their goals are, what their morals are. We find out Kisuke is like pretty much morally gray. He's willing. Well, no. No, Kisuke is actually kind of morally gray. Where Mayuri is like full right or full left, however you want to say it, Kisuke kind of teeters. And that's kind of how Kubo made his character. He'll do shit like help out Ichigo get the Wako Mundo, but he'll also do shady shit like put the Hogyoku inside of Rukia for no reason and not tell her. Not for no reason, but you guys get what I'm saying. Yeah. It was Senka. Okay, cool. Thank you, Mugetsu. I knew I wasn't tripping. I thought it was called Senka. Okay, yeah. 360 flash stuff is called Senka. Cool. Let me catch up real quick. The first episode I ever saw of Bleach was when is when I was up late watching Adult Swim for Family Guy, and it was the episode where Tosin cut off Grimjaw's arm. Nice. Oh shit, I've been yapping, my fault. I didn't mean to talk that long. Y'all are really talking. Let me see. He didn't. Read most Bleach fans. Oh, okay, yeah. Bleach has so much nuance during its time. Okay, that's where I stopped. Yo, Ab-Stract, want me to actually ruin Naruto as a whole for you in 10 seconds? Please don't. If I could take any character, Ab-Stract, like if I could take any character in the big 3 without their powers and have them in my corner, well, without powers, my number 1 would be Chad, then Zoro. So when you say without their powers, do you mean just as like friends, or they had their strength, just not like abilities and stuff? I personally don't think is that Bleach. I do like it and I understand everything about it and still do not like it. Just enjoy it. I personally don't think Bleach is that good. Is that what you meant to say? I do like it and I understand everything about it. I still do not like it. Just enjoy it. That's interesting to me. The first episode was okay. Yeah. And I was like, yo, this shit is fire. It reminds me of Inuyasha. And I started watching it online through totally legal means. Yo, bro, back in the day, it was such a struggle to watch anime if you really wanted to watch it. Oh, shit, it's 10. Oh, my God, I let the time get to me. All right. We're going to stop this on chapters 57, and the goal will be to get to maybe like 65 or something tomorrow, guys. But I'm going to catch up on these comments, then we're going to get out of here. Bleach is just the only way to wake up correctly in the morning is hearing Inuyasha music blasting on the TV early in the morning. Then you say your morning prayers. Bleach is yes, Yu Yu Hakusho. It's literally the same beginning and characters type. Red, you're not entirely wrong. You're not entirely wrong. I can agree with that. But Yu Yu Hakusho was fire too, so I'm not mad at that either. Ichigo got the RNA award. Real nigga award, I think. Last I checked, Ichigo didn't get hit by a car and possess his homie to sexually harass random women. Well, no, not in that aspect, but in the aspect of the character is having a... Well, both characters have a supernatural foundation / experience in the fact that they both interact with the supernatural worlds heavy and stuff, yeah. So this is where we are stopping. Yes, Karibo, yeah, this is where we'll stop tonight, just simply because the first scream logging off kind of fucked up. Then I went into a long tangent, but I think the tangent was worth it. We got a lot out of this one. This was good. We'll pick it up tomorrow, and we'll try and go to like chapters like 65 or 70. Sasuke Itachi drives Tsunade guard recognition, did their acknowledgement. And the list goes on. And yes, Naruto's ultimate goal is to get the attention of everyone in the village. Yeah, that's crazy. The Yu Yu Hakusho anime greatly shortened the first arc. There's a point where he needs Kuwabara awake to win some dumb contest, so he possesses him, has him grope random chicks to wake him up via slap. I like raw physicality. For example, Chad's normal human strength, taking beams. Funny enough, my first episode I saw of Bleach was Toshiro versus Uryu in the opening, and it was Kenpachi versus Ichigo. So I was gassed. I was mad that opening tricked me into that fight was going to happen. Yeah, Toshiro versus Uryu would have been actually a really good fight. Yeah. It was funny, actually. My first time watching One Piece, one of my friends, like, pretty much set me up to watch it. Because I went over there to play video games, but we ended up watching One Piece. He said, oh, yeah, let's just watch it. And he did it so perfectly. Nigga brought over, I think we, like, got food first. And, of course, we can't play the game and eat. So we had to eat first. He's like, oh, yeah. Let's just put on One Piece. I was like, all right. I mean, I don't really like One Piece. I don't really like pirates to begin with, but fuck it. Let's put on One Piece. Why not? Tell me why, from the first episode, I don't leave his house until next morning, 8 a.m. Mind you, we got there at like 6 p.m. I don't leave his house until 8 a.m. just binge watching One Piece. Not gonna lie. One Piece, like Naruto and Bleach, also had me hooked for different reasons. One Piece, kind of like how Espada said, it's for everybody. It was engaging as far as being, immersed in the story. It was fun. It was goofy. The powers were different. It was a lot of comedy in One Piece. There was some comic relief in One Piece that you just can't get in Naruto or Bleach. One Piece had very emotional moments that you really can't get in. So you can get emotional moments in Naruto, but not at the level that One Piece provides them. Right? But you can get just enough depth in One Piece, but not as much, in my opinion at least. Some of you guys might disagree with this. Not as much as in Bleach. Right? Like, Luffy doesn't have a moment, to me at least, more impactful than Ichigo deciding he'll be a Soul Reaper for the strict purpose of... Well, no, because even in that turmoil for Ichigo, he still doesn't agree with Rukia. He still has his own way of doing things, but he still does it. To me, Luffy doesn't have a moment like that. Naruto doesn't really have a moment like that. And I don't mean like that specific moment. Like, I don't need Naruto or Luffy to do this. I mean something impactful for their characters at that time. I can't think of a single one for Naruto. And I damn sure can't think of one for goofy ass Luffy. And I say that out of all love, of course, for Luffy. Hey yo, Red, you gotta chill, bro. Hey yo, Red, One Piece has over 1,100 episodes. How am I supposed to remember everything, bro? You holding me to... All right, listen, bro. Gang. You holding me to too high of a standard. All right? I can't remember why those two giant fucks are fighting, bro. I just can't. It's too much. I wish I knew. I haven't gone back and watched. I think it's Alabasta. I haven't gone back and watched that in a long time. I don't even remember where we meet them. I think it's Alabasta though. I haven't watched it in a long time. But hey, I will be rereading One Piece. I'll be doing the same thing I'm doing with this series. I was asleep whenever greeting or Mustang wasn't on screen. FMAB is overrated and trash and people gotta stop the glaze. I prefer Tushier's dub voice. I only hear bum ass Edward Elric shirt ass from his sub voice. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's overrated. To me, that was just like, I think it was a good anime. I don't think it was like anything other than good though. My favorite Ichigo's character moment is deciding to kill Tsukishima. Ooh, yeah. Well, you mean Ginjo or Tsukishima? Well, you probably mean Ginjo. Tsukishima was almost killed by Byakuya. Oh, wait. Did Ichigo kill Tsukishima too? Or just Ginjo? I don't know. I know he killed Ginjo. I don't know if he killed Tsukishima. But that's a good one too. Now, back then it was like 400. That's not hard to forget, LOL. Listen. I at least remembered the two fucking giants, bro, right? I don't, their backstory, no. I don't know all that. If memory serves, it was either Whiskey Peak or Little Garden. Byakuya kills Tsukishima. No, I meant when he decides to kill him. He asks Ginjo. Oh, yeah. When he, makes the decision, yo, I gotta kill him. He's like, yo, I gotta kill him or else they won't be free. But, all right, y'all, it's 10:30. I gotta call my girlfriend. Y'all have a good one. We're gonna pick this up again tomorrow. I'm gonna be having a community poll for what we're gonna be talking about next, whether that's One Piece or One Piece or rereading Bleach. I'm always down to reread Bleach because it's shorter. And then I can actually get into all the shit that I know about Bleach. And then even Espada can talk about what he knows about Bleach. Mugetsu can join in. Shinigami can join in, etc., etc. Then we can have all of our ideas just flowing and stuff. That'll be really cool, actually.